live. Yeah, we going live. Hey, we going live. Yeah, we going live. Yeah, we going. Yeah, we going. Yeah, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line. Hey.
Hello, beautiful people.
Hello.
I am Jarrett, the football genius Burgess.
And I am Stephanie Fitzpatrick, a.k.a. the Advantage Coach.
And for episode 56 of the Fields to the Real podcast, we have a very special guest.
What? Man.
Lawrence Henderson.
Hey.
Now, I got to, for those of you who listen on a regular basis, you have heard his name before, but this is actually the first time we've had him on a podcast.
Oh, my gosh. So excited.
Yeah, I love this guy. We both can talk about how we met Lawrence. I met Lawrence in 2015. We were at church, and I know he vividly remembers this. I was going through the line at the front of the church, and he stopped me in my tracks and was like, "Hey, you want to be an usher?"
Wow.
And after that day,
I like that tactic, Lawrence. That's right.
After that day, I joined the ushers. I was an usher, and in that, we began a friendship. We were posted into some of the same places together while we were serving. We had plenty of conversations, and I'll let Stephanie go, and then we could talk about how Fields to the Real was birthed.
Okay. So I've been racking my brain, and I said, because Lawrence, you just felt like a brother from the beginning.
Yeah.
And so it's like, well, wait. So I believe it was Melissa.
Yep.
That introduced us because she had mentioned to you about what I do and all of that. And she was like, this would be a great person to participate in something that you're going to talk about in a minute. So we started, we had a conversation. I think we talked for like almost an hour.
Yeah, we
when
did.
We first, it was just like, oh, okay, yeah, this is, and it's just been positivity ever since. We've worked together, served on the board together for an amazing organization. And just, it's just been, we've been vibing ever since we met, like from the beginning. Dope brother, just really deep. I love just your energy, and it's so refreshing to see somebody who's so comfortable with themselves and able to still build other people. That is a beautiful thing. And so I am super excited that you're here with us, because I know you got some amazing things going on. And I really went, so with Jarrett, I ain't gonna lie, with Jarrett, so I was like, wait, Lawrence gonna talk about sports with us?
Oh, yeah.
And so I was like, okay, sure. So I cannot wait to hear what you have to say on that end, because that's not saying here. So.
Yeah. No, super excited. Thank y'all both for allowing me to be on your platform that you have been rocking for over a year now. Good God, over a year now. And just how it all connected, and the whole reason connecting the dots. The event is how it all came together. And Jarrett at church, I mean, he's my brother from another mother, and just felt like family ever since. And Stephanie being my sister from another mister, just us connecting. That first phone call, and Jarrett, she not lying, like literally that first conversation was like an hour, and it started off with me LinkedIn stalking Melissa, who is the executive director for Righting Our Wrongs, and we served on a board together. And I mean, literally, it was like I was talking to myself in female form, and it's just the back and forth on that. And then the connecting the dots event, and just that whole platform to this manifesting for you all. And I one of the biggest things, and one of the things I'm excited about is you all had separate dreams, separate aspirations, but it took something a catalyst and a conduit in myself to be obedient to create a space for you all to meet.
That's
and and the one thing that I love, and the one thing that I pride myself on, that I never want to be out of position. And when I say being out of position, whether that's in sports, whether that's in life, is I know my lane, and my lane is being a connector. My lane is building an environment for people to come and connect through their values, being hard at work for what they love, what they believe they're put on this earth to do, and then get out the way. Like that's my role in life, is to put people in the same space together who normally wouldn't be there, and just be that catalyst and let stuff get to me and through me to who it's supposed to go to. That way I build up and I open up capacity for more. And I thank you two for doing what you were called to do and creating this space for listeners, for leaders, for students, athletes all over the world to just have a platform to listen to people that have hearts for them.
Absolutely.
Man, yeah.
So let me just say thank you to you, Lawrence, for being obedient. One.
Yeah.
For putting that event together. It was funny, when it was over and we were just kind of mingling. Jarrett and I had a conversation. It was like, yeah, okay, we got some similar thoughts and ideas and interests, but we went away and we did nothing with it. It took you saying to both of us twice. Again, like, listen, you all need to connect because you all have the same vision at this point and you're doing the same thing. And so thank you for being persistent to ensuring that your calling was manifested through us when you were like persistent on us connecting again. So
we appreciate it, because during that time, like, I was really on a journey for purpose. Like, what did God create me to do? Because I have my hand in all of these pots, music, creating content, and just doing a whole bunch of different things. But like, what exactly did God create me to do? And it's funny, when I met Stephanie, and I wouldn't have met her without this event. When I met Stephanie and she was explaining to me what she did, I was like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that's it. Because I've been doing this. I've been working with athletes at Georgia State University for, the past few years. And this is what I want to do, but I'm in this other area and I'm kind of stuck in a sense. And as soon as Stephanie and I had that conversation, that's when I went to Georgia State Athletics and I tried to sell them on this proposal. And they liked it. They took a look at it. But when I gave it to Stephanie, like, that's what birthed Phil to the Real.
Yeah.
Like, she had the vision. She took that proposal and she made that thing gold. So again, Lawrence, man, we just want to appreciate you for being obedient, not once, but twice. You know what I'm saying? Because we got disconnected in some way. And I think you and I had a conversation. You was like, yo, you need to talk to Stephanie. You gave me your info and I got reached out to her, and the rest is history,
Yeah.
Well, I tell y'all, man, it's so I'll tell them myself. I have this insatiable need for others to succeed and see themselves through the eyes of what excellence looks like for themselves. And sometimes that means before they even can see it for themselves. And it's a blessing. And I, this has the phrase go, it's a curse as well, is because, and there's been often times where I still, I no longer talk to certain people because they didn't do anything and they continue not to do anything, and they avoid me because they know they're not doing anything.
Right.
And again, and they don't know that I'm a 3 strikes you out dude. Like, I'm like, all right, I say it to you one more time, and then after that, you on your own. I'm like, my God, all right, I'm moving on. So you all are what it looks like, and the success of where this is, like, this is, like, you all are icebergs. Like, right now, y'all the 90% that ain't floated to the top yet. Like, ain't nobody even seen what's going to come out of this. Like, y'all are still growing roots. Y'all are digging deep into what the manifestation of what this really is. And I tell you, man, if you're athletic advisors, if you're coaches, if you're trainers, if you're teachers, if you're administrators out there, if they don't snatch up Jarrett and Stephanie before y'all get too expensive, you're lost. Or maybe not they lost, but y'all's gained because they paying top dollar to get y'all in they institutions after y'all blow up. And I'm just glad I know y'all. Just give a brother a cameo from time to time.
Yeah, we feel that way too, honestly. Like, we talk about it all the time. Like, we just feel like it's just right there.
Yeah.
Like, it's just right there. I always tell Jarrett, I see us as the next Mike and Jamil.
Jamil Hill. Yeah.
Oh man. Golly, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Golly, I can't wait. I can't wait to be on the show with y'all. Oh man. As a matter of fact, just do Zoom with me, and I love this. I love this. Don't even let me on the set.
Man, it's funny, man. You know, I want to say this was 2015, maybe 2016, 2016. I vividly remember, Lawrence, you and I having a conversation in the front of the church, and we probably stood out there the entire night just talking about business and talking about, you know, wanting to own your own and, you know, branching out. And so you've done that.
Yeah.
You've done that. So for the listeners, we can see the logo on your shirt, or maybe they can't see it, but it says Boss.
We know what it means.
Right. So what is Boss and how was it created?
Boss is, for all you listeners, I'm a former Army officer, so everything is acronyms for me. So it's the short version of Business Operational Support Services, L.L.C. And what Boss is, it is a veteran-owned and operated leadership and organizational development company that we connect the dots and we bridge where organizations are to where they desire to be. And we do it in a very authentic way between development coaching, workshops and training, all around how to build better people so they can be better teammates and better team members. And really my niche is building that individual contributor who is the future for succession planning into leadership. So that frontline leader and that middle manager, because in most organizations, the person who's most responsible for 97% of the organization is that frontline leader. Mm-hmm. And more times than not in today's society, you ask any new leader what formal training they had, and almost invariably, 9 times out of 10, they're going to say 0 before their promotion. And that's a problem for me. So coming to where I came from, the military, where each of my leadership schools got longer the more rank I got. Because we understood it's not just a line item on a position description, it's a profession. We professionalized leadership. And so for me, I want to connect organizations to what that looks like.
Good stuff. That's good stuff. Yeah, that's good stuff. I mean, you are absolutely, you know, we were, Jarrett and I went on a call last night about some stuff we're going to talk about at the end, that you found a need and you're fulfilling.
Yeah.
That's what successful business is.
Yeah.
So good for you. Yeah. I'm proud of you, Lawrence. Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, Boss has been around for a while.
Yeah, man.
But you just recently went full time.
Right.
What went into that decision?
Oh man, a lot of kicking, a lot of screaming. I ain't gonna lie to you. No, all honesty, God has blessed me with a wonderful teammate in life, my wife Japri, that has held me down and has been a steward of our home. So financially, It put us in a good place. And again, that's piece one. So all you want to be entrepreneurs out there, you ain't got no capital, you ain't no business owner. You just you're just an owner and you're an employee of something. And for me, the decision really came about because the organization I was in currently, they were just going in a different direction. And early on, I had been very, very upfront with them about my value set. And they originally had aligning things. And it was at the point where I was being told to, shut up, color, and hold on. And I said, well, no, because you all knew who I was and you're all moving extremely slow. And the decision makers aren't making decisions. And I said, I'm allergic to people like that. So I got to go while we still like each other. And I gave them more than enough time. I helped them transition. I gave them a couple months of transition. I didn't just put in 2 weeks notice. And again, take notes out there. I gave them enough time to plan and prepare for me exiting. And then I left. Very amicably. I left them good notes. They probably put them in a drawer like everybody else's, but no, it really was misalignment. And that's one of my words. And again, connecting the dots was birthed out of alignment. And I just had to make that decision to go elsewhere.
Okay.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
What advice do you have for others who endeavor to do the same?
Yeah. Don't be an island of excellence.
Good stuff.
Good one.
Yeah.
Bars.
Bars. What I mean by that is, again, the term goes, it takes a village to raise a child, but it also takes a village to support a business. And so if you have no village, then you have no business. And so I hate the solo, not hate, but it's very strong dislike for the solopreneur push that's happened in the world where, you got all these people, I'm pulling myself up by my bootstraps. You lied. Somebody had to support your vision. Somebody had to sow into your vision for you even to see any semblance of success. So stop saying that. But what you're saying is, as a solopreneur, is you don't want to share the spotlight and you don't like collaboration. So not being an island of excellence and being open to partnership, because let's be honest, right? We could keep it real here, right? As African Americans in our community, we have this crabs in the barrel mentality. And one thing that I love about being in the military, I was exposed to contracting and acquisitions. And one of the most powerful things I saw were other successful small businesses of other races partnering with each other and letting different people hold the bag. But they were all holding multiple bags. And so for me, I was like, oh, snap, that's how you do that. Like that's how you have 500 employees, because y'all got 14 bags while we out here trying to get that one $3,000 bag. These jokers is talking about $5 million bags. And they just like, all right, I'm gonna take my 2 off the top for administrative purposes, and y'all can have the other 3 because next week I'm gonna be the prime contractor on something that costs 10 M's, not thousands. And they stacking. And so it just exposed me to a different mentality around partnership and success. And again, that's why connecting the dots was so important to me, is because I don't, if you're a leech and you just want to suck things out of people and you want to use people, you do not want to be around me because I carry salt in my pocket and that dries leeches up. Who missed biology class? I keep salt in my pocket. Gotta dry them up, man. But no, that's what it's about, man. Not being that island of excellence and really loving partnership.
Good. I always say Jesus had a team. Don't play.
Man.
Right.
Squad. Like
don't play. Yeah, that's always been my thing. I tell anybody that, wait, Jesus had a team. I don't want to hear that you can do this by yourself, because you can't.
Right. Or I don't work well with others, other semblance of that.
Okay.
You learn some collaboration skills.
Won't work well at all then. So.
Right.
Yeah. So, cool. Awesome. So y'all make sure you go check him out. Like, tell them how they can reach out to you.
Yeah. So you can catch me. My website is www.bossconsultingllc.net. If you want to email me for a free 30-minute consultation around training, coaching, or anything like that, you could email me at Lawrence, LAWRENCE, at bossconsultingllc.net. And then you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. Everything is Boss Lab, BOSSLLAB. So the lab is lead like a boss. So
oh man.
Yes.
But you also have a podcast.
Do I? Yeah, forgot about my podcast. See, I'm new to this game. You know, I don't even shout out the podcast.
Welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, no. So the podcast. I'm actually on 2 podcasts now. One of my other coaching partners, we do Grow or Die. Actions, not excuses. That's one. You find Anchor and all these other platforms. But then I do Hot Takes with Boss, and Hot is, again, acronym for humble, open, and transparent. And we talk about different leadership topics. Just anything, just going crazy on some topics.
Awesome. Yeah. So how you like it?
I love it. As y'all can see and listen, I love to talk. So, but on y'all's end, it's like facilitating discussion, which I also love. I didn't know I love it, but facilitating just communication and talking and speaking is another love of mine. So I get to practice both every week, a couple times a week, and I'm falling in love with it.
Good. Awesome.
Well,
man,
right.
Well, y'all go check them out.
That wasn't I don't think that was the first episode, but I listened to the last episode, and you guys are good at it.
Appreciate you, man.
You guys doing your thing.
I gotta go listen. I can be honest. I didn't even know because somebody didn't tell me.
I know. I messed that one up. You know what? When I was talking about Lawrence being on the podcast, I was supposed to send you the episode.
Oh, were you now?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I fouled that one up.
Put the cameras on me, 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 put the cameras on me.